Hello friends, in the last lecture we have discussed about the Morgan's experiment showing the crossing and linkage. Okay, an example of that Drosophila melanogaster, that is the fruit fly. Okay, and today's session we will discuss about the autosomal inheritance. Okay, so what is meant by autosomal inheritance? The transmission of body character other than the sex-linked traits from their parent to offspring through their autosomal inheritance. Okay, through their autosomes is called autosomal inheritance. Okay, so in this today's session, transmission of body character, other than sex-linked traits, that is important, other than sex-linked traits from their parent to offsprings through autosomes is called autosomal inheritance. For example, in human being, there are 23. Okay, firstly, in human being there are somatic cells that is diploid twice cell, and somatic cells in the human being there are diploid somatic cells, and there are 23 pairs of chromosomes. There are 23 pairs of chromosomes. Out of, they divide functionally, that is the autosomes and two main category chromosome. The chromosome is divided into functionally two main categories, like one is autosomes and other is chromosomes or the sex chromosomes. That is the two main category of the chromosome, that is the autosomes and chromosomes. Okay, so in this, the only one pair, fourth number, only one pair involving sex determination in the human being, that is X in the female and X and Y in the male. So out of the 23 pair of chromosomes, the two main parts, that is the one is the autosomes and other is the chromosome. So they divide functionally and involving only one pair of the determination of sex, that is XX female and XY male. So one pair involving the sex determination, and remaining 22 pairs are autosomes, and remaining 22 pairs are called autosomes. Okay, that is the autosomes. 22 pairs of the chromosome out of 23, that is the 22 pairs are autosomes and only one pair is the sex chromosome. Okay, then in this, the autosomes control the variety of traits. Most important point, autosomes controls the variety of traits other than sex-linked traits. That is important. The autosome controls the variety of traits other than the sex-linked trait. That is the most important function of the autosomes. Okay, so in this category of autosomes, the some characters are influenced by, in autosomes the some characters are influenced by dominant gene, and some characters are influenced by recessive gene. Okay. In this, these some characters are influenced by the dominant gene and some characters are influenced by the recessive gene. So, in this, on the basis of their dominant gene and recessive gene, they have to categorize traits. For example, in this, the autosomal dominant trait first is autosomal dominant traits, and second one is autosomal recessive traits. For example, in the autosomal recessive traits, for example, here dominant traits, widow's peak is the example of autosomal dominant trait, and another example is Huntington's disease, related to the neurological disorder. Okay, the dominant trait which is found into the disorder, like the widow's peak, and another is the Huntington's disease. So in this Huntington's disease is related to the autosomal recessive trait, autosomal dominant trait, and second one, the autosomal recessive trait. The example of that, phenylketonuria. Second one, cystic fibrosis, and hemophilia. That is the example of autosomal recessive trait. Here autosomal recessive trait मध्ये sickle cell anemia. Okay, sickle cell anemia, cystic fibrosis, and phenylketonuria. That is the three disorder which is related to the autosomal recessive trait, and out of one is autosomal dominant is two example are widow's peak and Huntington's disease, related to the neurological disorder. Okay, so let us see about the first type of the autosomal inheritance, that is the first disorder, widow's peak. Okay, पहला एग्जांपल हो गया, widow's peak एग्जांपल हो गया. So in this first autosomal dominant trait, and the first example is widow's peak. Here autosomal dominant trait, and the first type is example widow's peak. Okay, in the widow's peak, for example, here that is the diagrammatic representation. Here the V shape. Here normal hairline. normal hairline, and left side is the widow's peak. Here the V shape, that is the widow's peak example. In this normal hairline, so in the human being, okay, for example, in that, so here the V-shaped hairline which is occur in the widow's peak, okay. So in the first character, a prominent V-shaped hairline is occur in the widow's peak human being, or when the dominant gene is present on the human being. But which dominant gene? They are related to the gene for the widow's peak hairline, and that time if a human being having a prominent V-shaped hairline which is seen on the forehead of the human being. First important point. On the forehead of the human being, the V-shaped hairline which is found. Okay. So in that, the second point related to the widow's peak, the dominant traits, dominant homozygous trait dominant homozygous trait which is capital W individuals. Okay, that is the dominant homozygous trait which is found into the widow's peak or the V-shaped hairline of that person, and the individuals with also heterozygous. Here the capital W homozygous dominant trait, and capital W small w heterozygous traits of the heterozygous individuals affected to the widow's peak disorder. Okay, so then another condition which is also found when the small w homozygous small w homozygous but recessive trait, homozygous आणि recessive condition असेल जीन्सची, ज्यावेळेस जीन्स homozygous condition मध्ये असेल आणि कोणते recessive असतील ज्याला आपण डिनोटेट केलेला आहे small w, that is the human being do not show the widow's peak, or they have straight hairline not affected to the gene, because those genes, the two genes are similar or recessive or the small. We are related here the small w. That means the homozygous recessive trait. The person do not showing the widow's peak or the V-shaped hairline. Okay, normal person as compared to the homozygous dominant and heterozygous condition dominant also. Heterozygous dominant. So when the recessive condition, the person do not show the widow's peak. Okay, and equal chances of the male and female. या ठिकाणी मेल and female मध्ये equal chances असू शकतात. Equal chances of the male and female, which are when the genes are affected to the body and they have widow's peak hairline. Okay, equal chances male and female मध्ये दोघांमध्ये हे characters carry होऊ शकतात generation to the generation. Okay, that's all about the first dominant trait related to the autosomal dominant, but the genes is autosomal dominant and autosomal recessive, the straight hairline of the human being. Okay, that's all about the widow's peak. Then second type, that is the autosomal recessive trait. Autosomal recessive trait होगा अपन का. दूसरा एग्जांपल autosomal recessive traits. एक्झाम्पल याच्यात आपण तीन एक्झाम्पल बघितले, सिस्टिक फायब्रोसिस, सिकल सेल एनेमिया आणि फिनाइलकेटोन्युरिया. फिनाइलकेटोन्युरिया, सिस्टिक फायब्रोसिस Out of three, we are discuss about only one example. That is the one example. Phenylketonuria. That is one example on the autosomal recessive trait. That is the phenylketonuria. Okay. So write down the phenylketonuria. Phenylketonuria. Autosomal recessive traits. ये वाला disorder है phenylketonuria. Okay. So in this, first character is what? These are the autosomal recessive trait किंवा recessive trait में होणारा disorder आहे कोणता? phenylketonuria. Okay. कधी होतो तो? It is an inborn metabolic disorder. सेकंड character काय आहे? It is autosomal recessive आहे. Okay. It is an inborn metabolic disorder related to the like that आपण inborn means जन्मजात होणारा disorder आहे किंवा आजार आहे कोणता? It is an inborn metabolic disorder. जन्मजात होणारा आजार त्याला आपण phenylketonuria असं म्हणतो. त्याला inborn metabolic disorder. Inborn means जन्मजात. Okay. When it causes कधी होतो? It caused due to recessive gene. कधी होतो हा disease? It causes the recessive gene. म्हणून आपण या ठिकाणी काय म्हटलंय? Autosomal recessive trait. म्हणजे काय? It causes the recessive autosomal gene. Okay. किंवा recessive autosomal gene किंवा recessive gene असंही म्हटलं तर चालतं. Autosomal इथं लिहिलंय आपण autosomal recessive. So it causes due to the autosomal recessive gene. Okay. पण कधी? When the gene which are present in homozygous recessive condition. Okay, कधी? Then write down autosomal recessive trait में होना disorder है, ठीक है? Then third character. So here third character. When a recessive genes are produced, जेव्हा रिसेसिव्ह जीन प्रोड्यूस होतील पण कोणत्या कंडिशन मध्ये? इन होमोझायगस. म्हणून मी या ठिकाणी म्हटलं होमोझायगस. इन होमोझायगस कंडिशन. पण कोणती जीन? रिसेसिव्ह जीन रिसेसिव्ह मध्ये कोणती कंडिशन? होमोझायगस कंडिशन. ओके. that condition the most of the enzymes or the most important enzymes is called phenylalanine hydroxylase. Phenylalanine hydroxylase. Okay, that is the most important enzyme. कोणता? ज्या वेळेस recessive condition असेल, autosomal gene से recessive condition मध्ये असेल, homozygosally. Okay, that time the phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme is not produced. हे enzyme produce होणार नाही. कधी? ज्यावेळेस ते autosomal gene homozygous recessive condition मध्ये असतील त्यावेळेस phenylalanine hydroxylase हा enzyme produce होणार नाही. ओके. मग या एन्झाईमचं महत्त्वाचं फंक्शन काय आहे? इट इज व्हेरी इसेन्शियल इम्पॉर्टंट टू कशासाठी आहे? phenylalanine amino acid is converted into tyrosine or tyrosine. ज्यावेळेस tyrosine, okay, that phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme is very essential. That is important to the phenylalanine amino acid is converted to tyrosine. Okay, पण जर का हा ऑटोसोमल रिसेसिव्ह जीन होमोझायगसली प्रेझेंट असेल तर त्यावेळेस फिनाइलएलानाइन हायड्रोझायलेज एन्झाइम हा प्रोड्यूस होणार नाही. ओके, कधी ज्यावेळेस ऑटोसोमल रिसेसिव्ह जीन्स हे प्रेझेंट होतील किंवा इन कंडिशन मध्ये प्रेझेंट होतील बिकॉज दॅट आर द इन्व्हॉल्व्ड मेटाबॉलिक डिसऑर्डर आणि ते जीन म्युटेशन अल्टरेशन ओके और द म्युटेशन चेंज होतात ते द टू pair of the genes which is present in the human being when the mutation is occur okay alteration is occur and that time the homozygous recessive autosomal genes which is produced into the inborn human being okay and that time the phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme is not produced आणि जर का enzyme not produce होत असेल तर phenylalanine amino acid चे कन्वर्जन टायरोसिन मध्ये होणार नाही बरोबर आणि टायरोसिन मध्ये होणार नाही म्हणजे काय मेटाबॉलिक रिएक्शन ही कंप्लीट म्हणजे मेटाबॉलिक रिएक्शन मध्ये डिफेक्ट और दे हैव प्रॉब्लम इज क्रिएट टू द मेटाबॉलिक रिएक्शन ऑफ द ह्यूमन बीइंग एंड दैट टाइम द phenylalanine okay and that time काय होणार त्यावेळेस the phenylalanine so here write down the phenylalanine alanine and its derivatives okay कधी होमोझायगस कंडिशन असेल आणि phenylalanine अमिनो ऍसिड चे कन्वर्जन टायरोसिन मध्ये होणार नाही त्यावेळेस काय होणार आहे phenylalanine and its derivatives are accumulated into the blood and CSF means cerebrospinal fluid मध्ये काय होणार आहे accumulation होणार आहे आणि त्यावेळेस काय होणार आहे that causes the disorder that is the phenylketonuria or also called या ठिकाणी आपण एक वाक्य म्हणूया that the phenylalanine and its derivative is accumulated into the blood and CSF means cerebrospinal fluid okay मध्ये ते accumulate होईल आणि there काय होणार आहे it affects कुठे accumulate झालं blood into the blood and cerebrospinal fluid so it affects the development of brain and mental retardation okay जर काय कन्वर्जन नाही झालं अमिनो ऍसिड टायरोसिन मध्ये अनदर अमिनो ऍसिड मध्ये आणि मग ते कुठे ॲक्युमुलेट होणार आहे इनटू द ब्लड अँड cerebrospinal fluid so it affects to the development of brain and mental retardation of the human being and it also damage the organs of the human being then अजून काय साइड इफेक्ट होऊ शकतात when the excess phenylalanine is excreted write down when the excess phenylalanine excreted in where in urine and hence the disorder is called PKU also called phenylketonuria okay when the excess phenylalanine is excreted into the urine then the disorder is called phenylketonuria okay then the disorder is called phenylketonuria त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो in short PKU phenylketonuria okay phenylketonuria आपण या ठिकाणी हेडिंग दिली होती phenylketonuria so in this the autosomal recessive traits which affects into the both male and female human being that means the equal chances of the human being are affected to the autosomal recessive inborn disorder that is the phenylketonuria okay that means these traits are tend to skip the generation of the human being. Okay, so in today's session we will discuss about the autosomal inheritance definition बघितली आपण, then autosomal dominant traits मध्ये एक्झाम्पल बघितले विडोस्पिक आणि हंटिंग्टन्स डिसीज, आणि autosomal recessive trait मध्ये सिस्टिक फायब्रोसिस, सिकल सेल एनिमिया, त्यापैकी आपण फिनाल्केटोनुरिया PKU हा इन्व्हॉल्व मेटाबॉलिक डिसऑर्डर बघितला की deficiency or the when they are not proper function into the metabolic reaction of the human being. Okay, that means the phenylalanine and amino acid is converted into the tyrosine मध्ये कन्वर्जन होतं. परंतु जर का होमोझायगस रेसेसिव्ह ऑटोसोमल जीन हे प्रेझेंट असतील ह्युमन बिंग मध्ये तर ते टायरोसिनचं कन्वर्जन करणार नाही. मग ते दॅट मीन्स टायरोसिनचं कन्वर्जन होणार नाही म्हणजे काय, phenylalanine and its derivative are accumulated into the blood and cerebrospinal fluid. कुठं ब्लड मध्ये आणि CSF cerebrospinal fluid मध्ये accumulate होणार आहे आणि that affect to the mental retardation and development of the brain and it causes the organ damage. Okay, organ damage of the human being. Okay, हे प्रॉब्लेम्स क्रिएट होऊ शकतात फिनाल्केटोनुरियामुळे. ओके, आणि अगेन एक्सेस सिक्रेशन जर का झालं कशाचं, फिनाल्केटोनुरियाचं इन द युरिन मध्ये तर काय होणार आहे, हेन्स द डिसीज इज कॉल्ड फिनाल्केटोनुरिया. Thus the disease is called phenylketonuria. Thank you.